Hello everyone, Noto Addiction speaking here, and in today's video we're going to discuss the time I got scammed by a casino. Gambling addiction, man. If you're new here or already been here, go and click that like button, go ahead and comment, go and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go and get into this topic. So I'm going to tell you guys, right, I really appreciate the support for the channel. I really appreciate the community that has brought together everybody that's facing these addictions, and I appreciate you guys for supporting me and watching the content, and being able to help you guys is really touching me. It's really touched my heart, and it really makes me feel really good about being able to help people from a long distance, you know, just by making my videos and talk about my experiences. So I wanted to go on and say that right now. I'm going and thank you guys for even taking the time out your day to even watch my videos. And I'm glad that I can help you in any way, shape, or form by doing these videos. I had to say that first. But let's go on and get into this. Okay. At this point in time, I'm going to get into this story because I definitely got a story time to tell you guys. So, okay, there was this time when in my hometown, they had to the people, I believe the companies, I don't know if it was a state, I don't know if it was some type of board or whatever, and they were trying to say that they wanted to shut down all the casinos in our hometown, and I guess across the counties or whatever like that. They wanted to shut those down because of the robberies. People was getting robbed, people was getting unalived because of the robberies and stuff. It was a whole bunch of surge in crime rate surrounding the game rooms, and we call them game rooms, but a casino. So it was pretty much a surge in crime because people kept robbing them. The people in the casinos didn't want to hire security to pretty much guard the back, which is really crazy to me. I mean, like if I had a casino, I would be like, okay, I would definitely be putting someone there and having so many security there to protect the bag, you know. But a lot of these, it was some casinos that didn't even have any security at all. And to them, you got to think about it. To the robbers, it seemed like an easy lick. It's the next closest thing that you can get a big amount of money, other than robbing a bank. That's so much risk, you know. It's so much risk. Which would you choose? A game room, a casino that has no security and it has a whole ton of money? You know, it's people in there. Probably got somebody walk in there and see how many people spending money, versus robbing a bank. Of course they're going to choose to rob the casino. So that's what's been happening. So that was happening. People didn't want to hire security guards. So even the people that had security guards, a security guard was recently unalived as a result of one of those robberies as well. So that kept happening. So they started paying attention to it. You know, the mayors, whoever runs that, and they was looking over it, and now they was voting to say, okay, we want to shut them down. So we got to the point where this shows you just how strong having a gambling addiction is, because it was getting to the point where everybody that wanted to play, they signed a petition, man. They were trying to sign a petition to save the game rooms from being shut down. It's like, oh, that's their fault. I'm talking about everything under the book. You would have thought they'd have been out there with signs, protesting, the works. Everything was happening with this. They was literally protesting. They was on the news talking about, oh, you don't want it to shut down. This is that, this and that. They was making every excuse in the book to try to save these game rooms. So it was ridiculous. So as a result of that, they started they signed a petition. Everybody was going around, but the end result was they ended up telling them to shut down the game rooms, and they didn't care. So it was a man on the news, I'll never forget this. He was like, man, y'all will be better off without them. Y'all find something else to do for fun. Because that kind of reminded me of the time when I tell you guys that it's more of a community. It's more of a thing to do, a fun thing to do. Because I noticed when the game rooms were shut down, people was like, oh, I'm so bored. They back at home. I remember my people's friends was saying that, you know, they're elderly, they were talking, they was like, oh, I'm so bored, I have nothing to do, I'm going home. That's why I told you guys, in order to quit a gambling addiction, one of the big things to do is to have something to fill the void, have something that's fun to do with the same amount of fun, with the same amount of energy that you would put into that, the same amount of dopamine. That's what I want to say. The same amount of dopamine that you would have at the game room. But it's kind of hard to do that when people don't really have hobbies like that, especially if all you do is go up there and play at the pokies. So it was basically like that. They was really mad. Everybody, like, for a time, it was really about a week. It was about a week. But guess what? Lo and behold, you know, they always got something. So since you couldn't play there in person, they all found a little way. The casinos, they found a little way, because here it wasn't really like big companies and stuff like that. Like it was more of individual. They had people working behind the scenes, and it's a lot of individually owned type casinos here. It wasn't like a big company and they running this casino. It was like sanctioned like that. It wasn't like that. It's more like underground casinos, almost like that. People came here with their money, rented out a building, and just started, running. That's how it was in my hometown. That's how it was. So in an effort to combat that, in an effort to still try to make money, they introduced the online gaming version of their casino. So they had the online game. Oh, you can come up there and sign in, but they could still have the building, but they just couldn't have the machines running. They couldn't have people in there. So they found a way to squeeze and snake their way around the bill or whatever they signed to ban the game rooms and all that, right? So the casinos, what do you want to call them? So that was their way of weaseling out of that situation, but still able to make some profit and still be able to be in business. And then that was almost like, it was like selling like hotcakes. They came up there and was like, oh man, okay, yeah, we could do that. How do we sign up? How do we sign up? I can play it on my phone. I can do this. I can do that. They was one even had like a lounge area you can sit in and still be on your phone. You could be on your phone in the lounge and you could just cash out. They had the machines and you can cash out of, which is technically not a game room. It's more like a lounge. You can do what you want. You can take your phone wherever you want to. And if anybody walk in there, it's just a lounge. It doesn't look like nobody's doing anything. So you're not necessarily breaking the law either. So, it was a lot of disguising going on. So getting to that, I had to tell that story to get to why we was even playing online gaming. We was basically playing online gaming by force. And people, I've told you in the previous story that people would go to another town to go and play because they shut them down here. But for the people that didn't want to go way out of town, they started literally gambling upon gambling to go and play with these online gaming. So that was one of those people. So what I did was I went and played. Okay, I won a significant amount of money. It was just all right. Like I played like about a good 20 or something like that, and won about it was something small. It was like, I think it was about $100 or something like that. Okay, I went on. Okay, what's the cash out, man? And that's one thing that was kind of a red flag to me, because it was always easier because we was doing it through an app that can pay us. We was getting paid through like cash out and stuff like that. So what would happen is they would pay. Well, we would deposit the money. We'll send it to them to deposit the money. And what they would do is it would be really quick to deposit the money. They'd be okay, yeah, real quick. They'll send like an emoji saying, okay, yeah, it's on there. You check the game, your money's on there. Okay, good, we ready to go. But I noticed every time we cash out, the process was never that quick. Never. It was always like some delay, like, okay, we gotta wait, we gotta confirm, verify, and all this. I'm like, hold up. It was never this confirmed and all this when I was coming to deposit the money into the game, but it's always a problem when I'm trying to cash out. Like, why is there a problem when I'm trying to cash out? It should, the same energy, that's what I was saying, like, the same energy that you had when you took my money should be the same energy, if not more energy, when you're paying my money back. Yeah, the money that I win. So I noticed there was a problem there. There was definitely a big discrepancy between there, and I noticed that, but since there was nowhere else to go and nobody, like, we only went out of town to play like once a week, once every 2 weeks, because nobody wasn't trying to drive way down there and back often. That was not an easy walk in the park drive. I got 2 hours away or something. Nobody want to keep doing that all the time. So we would designate a time to go to play in person to another game room, but we used the online gaming system to hold us over until we got in person. So that was basically like a vice to hold us over, to scratch that itch while we're waiting to go where we really want to go. And we feel comfortable at, we can we can tap, win the money, and cash out in person. Everything is tangible there. But here, okay, I noticed. Okay, we got the money. Okay, it took about an hour or two for them to text me back for my money. Okay, I got the money back. It happened a couple times like that. And I was noticed. Okay, and this one time, I hit big. This time, I hit like, I think I went in there. Well, I deposited about a good $60, and I had about $700-800 to cash out of. And when I tell you, this was crazy. I told them, okay, I won this amount of money. I won this amount of money. They went so far because I wasn't. It turns out I wasn't the only one that was winning big amounts of money. So it was big amounts of money winning anywhere. So what they did was they shut down the system and said that, oh, the system shut down. The system shut this down, and just paid me my money back. Just paid me my money back by, you know, like I went in with the 50 or 60. They was like, we can just refund your money back. I was like, I don't want to refund. I said I won $800. I won $800. I put my money on the line. You should be able to give me my money. And then what it was, they disguised it as it being shut down. But what they really did was lock me and the other people out of their account, because I was noticing that, because my people, they were still playing with them. I was like, okay, they blocked me. And when they was trying to start them an account so they could deposit money, they was replying to them fast. I'm like, what's going on? I'm not able to text them at all. And they telling me, after they told me they refund my money, they refunded my money back, my $60 back. And then all of a sudden, they didn't give me no messages back. I wasn't getting no messages back. I'm like, hold up. I went to my people and I was like, they messaged you back? I'm talking about they messaging them back like this. Because they deposited money. They haven't won anything. They just trying to, and one of my people was trying to sign up and start an account. So of course, they're going to cater to them first. So I'm like, okay, hours go by. They still texting them fast. They cashing out minute amount under $100. I'm like, okay, well, like, what's going on? Why can't I win my money? And then I told one of my people that was like, I heard somebody said that they didn't get their money back. Am I going to be able to get my payments back? Is there going to be a problem trying to see, like, okay, you know, pretty much trying to verify, will my money be safe here? If I cash out, if I win, I get, you know, will I get paid? I heard something bad. Guess what they text them back? They said, don't worry about what anybody else says. What everybody else says is a lie. We pay back. We have no problems. So I'm looking at this. I'm like, these flum fools, these scammers, these boy. I had every name in the book for these people right here, man. These jokers here was scammers. I was 38 hot. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was hot. I was hot about that. I didn't want my money back. I wanted everything back. But it told you, like, and this getting down to it just shows you how deep my gambling addiction was. I was so deep rooted into it that I was willing to go into a field that was unfamiliar to me. I was unfamiliar with online gaming, even though I'm pretty tech savvy. But you know, I'm really weary because we used to the hand-to-hand transaction. We used to, okay, it's almost like y'all playing like back in the day when they had the crap tables and the money is out there, it's tangible, you know, the chips out there, whatever. But in this instance, it was just machines and fish tables, and there was like the boom town, they call it, or whatever. So, but we was getting hand-in-hand cash, so that's what we was used to. But I was so willing to go into unfamiliar waters to be able to scratch that itch just because we got our stuff closed down because of the crime rate and all that. And it shows you how far this addiction will push you to go into that. And even upon getting scammed, I was like, dang, I still want to play. I still want to do this. I still want to do that. End up going to another casino, but they was real funny about it. And I was like, I said, I don't even trust it no more. If I can't go in person, I wasn't gonna gamble no more. That's how I felt at that point in time. I was like, I'm not gonna gamble no more because I got scammed out of that money that I was supposed to win, and I was mad about it. I was terrible. I was like, dang, that was $800 more. You think about it. You went in with 60 and you supposed to cash out 800. They pretend to shut down the system, and they're still servicing everybody else. Servicing everybody else because they didn't want to cash me out. That just shows you how selfish these people are. They want to take your money, but they don't never want to pay you when you win the money because, you know, they're trying to get over on you. They ain't even want to use me as a testimony. Well, we won some. No. They made it seem like, the system was messed up. Their system was shut down. We got to refund your money back, but we're sorry about anything. We can't pay you for any losses. That was straight BS. That was BS. But anyway, I had to share that story because I remember you guys. I remember that. And I know a lot of people are struggling with gambling addiction, and I just want to tell one of my stories that happened to me that was one of that made me quit online gambling at that point in time. So I didn't trust it. I didn't trust being there. And I know a lot of people still struggle with playing online gambling, and a lot of people probably are getting scammed, and they don't want to tell these type of stories because they're like, it's embarrassing, because you done won this money, you've been playing, and it could be a time they'll cash you out a couple times and let you get comfortable with them, and as soon as you win that real big amount and they don't want to cash you out, they just cut you off because you can't see them, you don't know where they are, none of that. You don't really know these people are. These people, I never seen them before. I'm playing with these people, I ain't never seen them. But anyway, I just had to share that story and the power of the gambling addiction and how far it'll push you to play unfamiliar things and put your money in unfamiliar ways. It's just ridiculous. I had to share that story with you guys. But anyway, it's No Addiction speaking here, everyone. If this video resonated with you or really, entertained you a bit and like got you a little bit more insight and you just like to hear the story and it helps aid you in your addiction recovery, sometimes you need to hear little stuff like this, and this same thing that used to help me out when I used to watch these videos when I was going through my turmoil and doing my battle with gambling addiction as well. Remember guys, a gambler never wins until they quit. I'm out.